What a matchup. One team just won 17-10, the other 16-15. So I guess get ready for some good old-fashioned defense wins championships football. Getting defensive, a new thing for the 2-1 Jacksonville Jaguars.
And another takeaway for the Jacksonville defense,
who are in San Francisco this week, where good D has been at the center of the 49ers' 3-0 start.
The rookie delivers the blow to force fourth down.
If you're offered a job to play for the 49ers, just factor in your health. Niners hit week 4 with yet another star player off to spend time with JD and Turk. They haven't plugged in scrubs per se, but they are relying on a lot of backups to try and get to 4-0. Their defense now moving on after losing Nick Bosa.
And you see Bosa limping a little bit. Not good if you're the 49ers defense.
Bosa's loss coming right on the heels of yet another dominant defensive showing. Jags offense staring down a group that hasn't given up 22 points in a game yet, held the Cardinals to just 15, 5 for 15 on third down, 1 for 3 in the red zone.
Captain of the defense comes up with a big play on third down for San Francisco.
49ers secondary rebounded from a blah week 2 to hold Kyler Murray to 159 yards through the air, a low 80s rate.
Lofts it up there, and it's incomplete for Connor. In a nice defensive play, and it's 3rd and long.
They have to hope they can put the clamps on Trevor Lawrence and the Jags offense. Only 17 points versus Houston, whose defense is top-notch, but just 4 for 15 on third down.
and on 4th down and long, they're going to try another field goal.
Lawrence has had trouble getting it going so far, hoping for a Week 4 breakout after ending last week with a 56 rating, no touchdowns, 1 pick, hasn't even hit 82 on the rate scale yet.
I didn't have a lot of high trust in the way the offense had been operating.
Now, the Jaguars offense had put up 26-plus points in their first 2 weeks, and they only let Lawrence get dropped twice on 40 pass attempts versus Houston. That's a feat based on their pass rushers. Trev has only been taken down 3 times now for the year.
Lawrence never had a chance.
No Bosa to worry about, and a Niners pass rush that only got to Murray once on his 35 pass attempts. Their DBs, though, didn't struggle with many Arizona pass catchers. None cracked 50 yards. Marvin Harrison, 44. Trey McBride, 43 into TD. So maybe a little Brenton Strange action. 59 to 61 yards, 2 of 3 games so far.
Brenton Strange has a big one here for 10.
49ers corners taking on Parker Washington, 11 targets last week, only 34 yards, and Brian Thomas, who enters off a 55-yard game.
Brian Thomas Jr., he hung on to that one.
Thomas hasn't gone for over 56 yards yet, and 46 of his 55 last week came on 1 play, so still looking to find that 2024 form. So is Travis Hunter, who's looking to show Duval trading up for him was worth it. 21 yards last week has ended each game with fewer than the week before. On handoffs, Travis Etienne cashed out a TD versus Houston.
Etienne, and he's in for the Jacksonville touchdown.
Only 56 yards on 3.5 an attempt, his lowest output over 3 games. And he's got a tough task too this week, as San Francisco's front did at least hold Arizona's rush attack, which is formidable, to 3.8 per, holding runners to 3.7 overall.
Fred Warner, another run stuff.
Putting up digits on San Francisco, a challenge unless the Bosa factor swings things. And scoring on the Jags, not much easier either. Houston only mustered 10 points against them. They've held 2 teams to 10 now.
Stroud just doesn't feel comfortable throwing into the tight coverage that he's seeing.
103.4. That's not a radio station. That was Jacksonville's rating allowed to quarterbacks last year. Only 1 team was worse. I know it's only been 3 games, but how about a secondary that's held quarterbacks to a 65 rate? No team lower in all the land. Held CJ Stroud to 204 yards, 1 TD. That was a mental breakdown more than anything. A sub-70 rate, 2 INTs.
CJ Stroud's pass is picked.
Taking on an offense that only put up 16 week 3 points. 49ers 2 for 10 on third down. They haven't scored 18 plus in 2 of their 3 goes.
And it's a turnover on downs.
If San Francisco has to play Mark Morrison again, then Jacksonville's secondary is up against an old friend. Mac Jones had his issues versus Arizona, but still did go for 280 plus yards. That's 270 plus in each of his starts.
Jones floats it. Touchdown, first of the day.
He's duct tape, throwing to duct tape half the time too. CMC isn't that. He's one of the few starters they still have to work with. Led the team with 15 targets versus Arizona, 10 catches, 88 receiving yards.
Here comes McCaffrey, and it's inside the red zone.
And how about Ricky Pearsall? 11 targets, 8 catches, 117 yards, 2 100-yard games on the young season.
It is Pearsall! Did he hold on? He did!
San Francisco's O-line only allowed Jones to be sacked once on 41 pass attempts. They'd take that again. Their tackles grappling with Josh Hines-Allen, a half a sack of Stroud, Trayvon Walker with one, back-to-back games with one.
Stingy Jacksonville defense picking up where they left off.
Final box. CMC the runner, who's clocked out with a 3.1 average on carries twice in 3 games, only 52 rush yards for McCaffrey in their most recent win. Possible he revs it up versus Jacksonville. They gave up 4.6 a run to Houston.
Nick Chubb with a hard run.
Only 87 rush yards allowed though. Wasn't that big a deal. Jags-Niners have only played 7 times. San Francisco has won the last 5. Jacksonville took the first 2, the first in 1999.
The Jaguars opened their 99 campaign at home against perennial powerhouse San Francisco, giving Steve Young the first taste of Jacksonville's new smorgasbord of blitzes. While the Jaguars' defense sunk the waterlogged 49ers, Mark Brunell and the offense propelled them to their largest margin of victory in team history.
Second and goal. Brunell turns, fires, and is caught. Touchdown! What a great set of hands by David Jones. Mercy back throw with time. Jumps up his feet, dumps it, and it is picked off. There goes Beasley. He's at 20 on the run, 30. He's at 40. Beasley get on the 50. He's at 40 down the sideline, 30. He's all the way. Touchdown!
It was their 4th straight season-opening victory and sent a message to the rest of the league by ending a dynasty's 2 decades of domination.